I'm ready.
Well, buck up, buckaroos, because Game 2 starts now.
What do you guys think about just banning out Hector's entire hero pool in the first 3?
That would be an
pretty
interesting
into it.
approach, actually.
I feel like that's a decent tactic, but then you're leaving like
So what is it?
Enchantress,
It's
Alchemist possibly.
Sven, Wraith King, Nakes,
That's
Chaos Knight,
Alchemist as well.
Alchemist.
Well, yeah, I mean, everybody can play Alch at this point.
True.
Has he played CK at TI?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either.
He
I think that's
definitely
I think that's
played it at the minors.
Yeah,
though.
That's kind of a
there was a lot of
risky-
that Midas CK that he
Yeah.
played, right? Yeah.
That was his go-to against Doom when Doom was very popular.
I'm glad they banned out the Magnus. I think with all like the second cycle stuff you're saying, it all works so much nicer when you have something to actually abuse the fact that you have a second cycle of the team fight, right?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't have some sort of counter initiation, it's kind of like, I saved my guys, but we have nothing.
It's like it's a concept that has been around for a long time. You think about why Tide and Enigma were picked, multiple TIs in a row, why they come back into the meta. You've got these 2 big ultis that you can cycle through, right?
Yeah.
So you've got an Enigma Black Hole for one fight, Tide Hunter for the next one. And then we started seeing like Shadow Shaman and DK get picked together. So you could cycle Serpent Wards and Dragon Form to push towers.
Yep.
So there's like, it's a concept that's been around for a while. It's just like, it's Dota, right? You find a concept, you take it to the absolute limit, and you exploit it.
Right. I think any more than that is definitely, kind of diminishing returns,
Yeah.
though. A 3 cycle a team fight.
3 cycle
like a
team fight.
20-minute fight.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant's
Do you think teams think that far ahead for like Ags and Refresher Shard and stuff from Roshan's? Like, is that a concept? Is that something that you look for in a draft, or is that just literally too far ahead in the game?
Not the teams that I've played on. Maybe Brax, do you?
It's something that happens like in the game, like later on when you get to like the later stages of the game, and people start to really map out how to fight. They're like, all right, I'm waiting for this guy before I jump, or like I'm gonna use this so they fight, and I'm gonna just leave so I can get another jump.
Yeah.
Or like, when people get refreshers and crap like that, they'll say things like, all right, I'm gonna hold this guy. He's gonna buy back. Once he buys back, we're out. Things
Right.
like that.
Also, 30-something minutes into the game, you could maybe be like, okay, we'll fight when we take the next Roche. Like, we might get a Refresher Shard, try to get Aghanim Scepter on, like, this hero. Like, the later into the game, definitely you start considering that sort of stuff.
All right.
Kunkka first.
Kunkka is such a weird mid hero. Like, if I were to give him a number for like a power level, it's extremely high. He is amazing at team fights, and he destroys some lanes, but he also gets completely owned in lane. And when he gets owned in lane by certain heroes, like Monkey, Timbersaw, these are a lot less popular heroes, but when you see a Kunkka picked super early, you don't exactly want to give him a free lane. You want to do something that's heavily punishing, because it's not the same hero when he doesn't.
But also, people have been flexing it to
Yes.
like 3 and 4. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
that's the problem. Is if you're counterpicking, if you're counterpicking mid Kunkka, then you can kind of counterpick yourself when they flex it.
Yeah, I'm always scared for these blind pick mid heroes that get completely abused. Omni, okay. Omni was banned last game in the second phase by Infamous when they picked up the Magnus.
Snake King's a big Omni player. I know he's
Yeah.
very, very good at it.
He's had a lot of success in this tournament so far.
Dude, I'm a big Omni fan, man. I know a lot of people are very anti-Omni.
Yeah, Omni
Looking at you.
sucks.
This hero's so boring.
It's boring, but it's good, man.
I shouldn't say he sucks. He doesn't suck, but I think you really have to draft around him. I think this unkillable type strat is what you need to go for. I like him with like a Dragon Knight or a Bristleback or some really beefy frontliner where you put Heavenly Grace on him and you have some other +1 healer like a Wisp or an Oracle or some shit, and yeah, you can't kill him. That's pretty cool. But
the reason I think Omni is top tier is because I feel like there's so many heroes to make unkillable, though. Like you said, there's the Bristle.
Yeah.
You can there's Ursa when that hero's good. There's Sven.
isn't he still not picked for like all of TI or something?
Yeah, there's like Troll Warlord, so the Slark. Like the list goes on. Like I
Yeah,
feel like
okay.
there's too many heroes that Omni just buffs that you can't ban them all.
Yeah, I guess the execution is just finicky, and I still stand by. This hero's a vacuum, dude. He sucks up farm, and it's not a hero that needs a lot of farm compared to often his teammates.
Yeah, the levels are the most important thing about Omni usually.
And he doesn't buy Midas.
You can.
You
I've
can,
actually
but-
seen Snake King in particular buy a Midas on this hero. He goes like Midas instead of drums. He'll go like Phase Soul Ring Midas, and then he'll build into like.
I mean,
the
I
pipes.
kind of don't get the drums on Omni. I think I like Midas more.
Yeah, I think it makes a lot of sense.
Like, what's the value of drum on this hero? You just need the stats. Just gives you something to get in there.
Yeah, it's like a stats aura item. It's a nice like bridge between the early game with like the soul ring and the phase boots.
It's like early
to-
tower push.
To like the big items or like, pipe of insight, solar crest, things like that.
Like early on, you're a body in the fight, right? Being able to chase someone with degen and sort of track
Right.
back when they're trying to skirmish.
That's actually a really good point. Like early on, Omni is definitely a body. At a certain point, like you want to play like a dazzle, like a hard support kind of, and just
And you
stand
sit back behind your carry.
You sit back behind because you're really important. People are going to focus on you.
But first 15 minutes, he's just
Right,
walking into enemies.
Exactly. Like standing in front of towers too. Like you
Yeah.
want the stats to just be
Drums
tankier
make
for that.
you really, really strong in the early game because that's when all the charges get activated too. Gives your team a bunch of
5
attack speed
seconds
and move speed.
remaining.
For the cost, it's really effective when you actually use the charges. I know they're limited, but they help you snowball the early game a lot. You guys like this Wind Ranger?
Into magic damage.
It's kind of interesting. Now, whoa.
Is that the first brew pick of TI? Because I know he was unpicked for the
he was-
longest time.
He might have been in the group stage.
No, he was unpicked until...
I'm not sure then.
Really good hero against both the Omni and the Wind Ranger. You
I
can
love this
purge.
hero.
You like this hero? Oh, this is your shit, man.
This is a Brax go-to. It's like Tide Hunter, Brewmaster.
Yeah, this is one of my favorite heroes.
You can
He's,
purge the Wind Run and the Omni ulti. I think
Yeah,
that's really nice.
The biggest appeal about picking this hero over the other million offlaners that are out there is that his ultimate is really good against defensive supports. Like, a lot of defensive supports need to stand near other heroes to cast their abilities. Oracle's going to be within 800 range of whoever's actually being focused, so it's really easy to blink ults and then let your Storm Panda lift whoever's trying to cast that ability.
Just like lift the Omni every fight.
Yeah.
That's a really nice way to deal with him.
And
Although the Heavenly Grace is definitely a problem, but he doesn't want to cast it on himself.
What's
Exactly.
happening here?
With what?
Is that now a 5 Wind Ranger? OD mid.
ET is a 5, right? Wind
Yeah,
Ranger's
sorry,
a
ET.
4.
So the Wind Ranger 4
4
for
Wind
MSS.
Ranger.
Seconds
so.
remaining.
Okay.
Damn.
This is a really...
3 Omni Knight.
Haven't seen that in a long time.
I mean, you are right. They've got Brew Ult to dispel Windrun. They've got Oracle Fortune's End. They've got 2 ways to deal with Omni Knight.
Yeah.
I did see Crit play for Wind Ranger. One for like the Greaves build.
Okay.
Such a average hero. Average at best kind of hero.
Yeah, I agree.
That's how I feel about
It has a
this
stun, a nuke, and an escape, and a ult that does
But
some
the
stuff.
the stun's kind of hard to hit. It's not guaranteed. The power shot's not really guaranteed. The save is
only-
nice though. The Wind Run is really nice for bullying people and split pushing and being safe, defending towers and stuff like that.
one. Hard to use the Wind Run to save your life in this game, though.
Yeah.
X.
Oracle Purge.
That's why it
Yeah.
feels like they've transitioned her across to support. Like, it was potentially mid.
Honestly, Oracle destroys Wind Ranger. That's
Yeah.
That's an
Disarmed
interesting.
and Oracle
10
also is getting
seconds left
focus
by
fire.
my
And I
count.
picked OD to handle Kunkka
Instantly
in that mid
instantly
matchup,
purge
right?
the Wind Run.
This is an awful matchup for Kunkka. This is one where OD will have levels up on the Kunkka, and you can always counterplay that X with Astral, too. It won't put you down.
Dire's turn to pick. Radiant's turn to pick.
Lifesteal.
Well, congratulations to Infamous on.
A victorious 2-0.
Big Lifestealer hater.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of a weird draft from Newbee. A lot of late game power. They really do scale pretty darn well.
Yeah, definitely.
And I do like Omni Knight with OD. He certainly benefits from some extra sustainability.
That's a classic.
So many
Yeah.
cores just turn into absolute monsters with any sort of buff, right?
Yeah.
Bloodlust, Heavenly Grace.
Choose your hero.
I liked Infamous draft, but what did we talk about yesterday? Jug without any buffs or enablers kind of sucks.
I do like it though in this game just because I feel like Newbee, you have this OD and Lifestealer that play really slow for like 10 to 15 minutes, and if Jug can rotate and they have the Brew ulti, and Kuka wants to rotate too. He honestly wants to get active. They could take a lot of towers early on into the game and just choke Newbee out, and there won't be enough farm for like both an OD and a Lifestealer.
There's a very real chance that both Newbee's cores and the OD and Lifestealer just can't fight.
How
for
do
the
they do
first 20
damage?
minutes.
Like, how do you do damage into Healing Ward, Coco's Rum, Oracle Heal and Sustain, Brew Ult, so like if you don't kill Brew before ulti, it extends the team fight even longer. What? Newbee's damage comes from Sanity's Eclipse?
I would say the same thing about the Newbee lineup too, but they have the Brew to purge the Omni ulti. So this
I think Infamous have enough catch and magic damage just to blow someone up and go more.
definitely, yeah. They have the Brew ult to follow up too if they do.
I think there's a lot of issues
somebody off.
with the matchups in this game. Like, I think Newbee's lineups just can't really fight into Infamous at all for like the first 20 minutes of the game. But this is more their style, in my opinion. Like, you can see the drastic shift in like the heroes they prioritize. They're playing Odie with Lifestealer, two heroes that are essentially useless early on. But they're really, really good at securing their side of the map and just holding and farming until they're ready to fight.
So like ET holds his
right,
safe lane
boys.
tier 1 right. And
We've
just-
got casters now. Don't go
yeah.
too deep. Don't go too deep. I've got your back, GB. Moxie and Black, we're going to need your help. Game number 2, Infamous Newbee. Take it over.
Thanks for not forgetting about us this time, although the rest of y'all are fired. So going on and on and on. There's the loser spray going down there, but all right.
High fives.
Yeah, all right, I like it. I like it. Some nice camaraderie between CCNC and Chris Luck. A little bit of dancing. Having a good time. Okay, that's what I like to see. And then a loser spray. Good job, Chris Luck. Way to ruin a nice moment. But yeah, so you and I were talking during the draft too, and it feels like Infamous was already kind of on the ropes a little bit with some of their picks.
I'm not the biggest fan of Infamous draft this game at all. They should be losing 2 lanes quite easily. Like, Lifesteal should free farm, and Odie should free farm. And I just don't really see the... Like, last game the synergy was very good between the Infamous lineup, but this game I can't really see it. Nice body blocks coming out though.
Yeah, looks like they're going to try to put some pressure onto UR right away as they manage to land that root. Schofield, he starts to
skilled
wind
feast
up.
already.
He's looking, thinking about this. There's going to be the spin, UR, and can he run himself fast away? No, he's not. This is going to be a first blood going to Hector.
You
Second
can't do this,
first
ever.
blood.
Before you touch the lane creeps, you do not skill an ability. Because he wouldn't have died if he had rage here.
They're trying to tilt him. They got the tips out and everything.
Amateur mistake.
Whoa.
Amateur mistake.
Throwing some shade over here, man.
It's okay, it's okay.
Black spilling the tea.
Everybody does it from time to time, you know? You're just kind of like, it's going to be an easy lane. But that's exactly what they needed. They needed to dodge the lanes, because Brewmaster cannot lane against Lifestealer. So now I'm feeling a lot better about Infamous chances in this game.
I'm just not a big Jug fan. He's a jack of all trades and a master of none.
Yeah, especially without Bloodlust or Empower, something of the sorts.
I'm not convinced about this Jug. I'm not sure if it's going to be enough.
Yeah, not the biggest fan either. Especially after the nerfs, he just feels so underwhelming.
Yeah.
Like, he's always okay, you know, but there's always better heroes, I feel.
Well, I think that's what the guy said during like one of the other casts. Like, you're never angry when you're in a pub and you see someone pick Jug because you're like, all right, you know, it's respectable. It's not terrible.
Yeah.
But like you said, there's always something generally better that you could pick up.
And you're not happy either. You're kind of just like, all right, I got a Jug.
Gonna chase after Pylai die again. The spin comes out from Jug. He's taking a lot of damage though from the Wind Ranger. Hector gets the kill, but he's gonna get taken down himself.
Yeah. He had a lot of stacks up. The double creep wave and 3 heroes. He hit, I don't know, for like 200, it felt like.
Do you like having them do an aggressive tri-lane against an Elder Titan?
I don't like it, but at the same time, I don't think they have any other choice. Simply because you don't want to lane the Brewmaster against Lifesteal. But now they have to anyway. They're forced to.
Right. Because
the Juggernaut cannot farm on the top lane. As you can see on the scoreboard right now, the CS board rather, they're winning all 3 lanes handily when it comes to CS.
That's about what you predicted. Try to go, root him into place.
I feel so bad about a Juggernaut that doesn't have a good early game.
Ooh, Schofield,
Double
nice
impale.
impale. Is he going to be able to stay alive? No, he'll get taken down by UR.
Briefcase.
Briefcase too
Elder
strong.
Titan is so strong. He just secures any tri-lane pretty much.
I'm actually seeing the Wind Ranger is going to make a rotation here.
Yeah. They have to they have to tri-lane bottom now. Infamous does.
So it's just constantly putting the pressure on Hector.
Because Jug cannot lane against this Omni Knight anymore, who's had solo XP.
I think this is really smart coming out from Newbee this time around. I think they can put pressure on Hector. And this is not a hero that's going to farm anywhere near as fast as a Wraith King. But they will get the spin off, try to slow down this Wind Ranger, collect a kill.
Yep.
Snaking can only watch from the side.
Big mistake by MSS because he doesn't have a TP available now. He has to do the Walk of
Oh,
Shame.
walk of shame.
Yep. We all love it. Yeah, mid lane is terrible for Kanka. It's so hard to lane against an ODS Kanka. It's just like the freest lane ever.
He's got to be pretty happy about that.
Yeah.
16-9 right now on the OD, 14-0 on Lifesteal, and 13-2 on the Jug here.
You know, you're forced to try lane to give the Jug a good game, but you can't really stop the Omni Knight no matter what. These 3 heroes, they won't be able to stop the Omni Knight, especially when Wind Ranger's there. And of course, Lifesteal was still free farm against this Brewmaster. We spoke about that. I kind of hope he doesn't go for this Radiance build though, because you already have an OD who is okay.
Yeah, I'm just sitting here watching Whisper like taunt away, and I'm like, what you doing there, buddy?
He didn't even have an AWP of Venom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he stuck around a little too long. Bottom lane, though, again, Spikecarif is coming out from Schofield, trying to just slow them down, but they won't hit him while it's up.
Yeah.
4-minute runes are about to spawn.
It's a very smart rotation by Newbee. He just tried it against them. Lifestealer cannot be harmed by this solo Brewmaster. What's the Juggernaut going to do now? He can't touch creeps at all.
Well, that's kind of like one of the perks for a while was, you know, you had these heroes that were able to be left alone. They did need that babysitting, although they do manage to find a nice gank over in the mid lane. I think they should be able to find a kill on CCNC. It's going to be Schofield who picks it up, though. I think Chris Luck might have preferred that go to him, but, you know.
Yeah, better be safe than sorry.
Right.
You
A
never know
kill's a
what
kill.
happens.
Kill
Yep.
secured. And already you can see them pincering on to Hector down here on the bottom lane.
There was a slight mistake by Newbee because they're 3 bottom, but they didn't check the bottom rune. Of course, an Invis Nyx is just going to run middle for free and get the kill. It should not happen. You know, slight lapse in concentration. Bounty rune's coming out in 20. Should be going to the Newbee side here on the bottom lane.
Is it just me, or do you hear a wild Jenkins?
Yeah, he's very energetic.
It's a
about Zola right now.
tri-cast now, Black. Except he doesn't know it's a tri-cast.
Yeah.
All right, runes are up. 5-minute runes. Whisper gets one. MSS gets one. And they find a kill on Schofield. Hector forced to run himself away here. That DJ Nora slowing him down just a little bit.
Where's Lifestealer? I haven't. Oh, he was chasing after the.
He's just doing his own thing up here. Hasn't got a care in the world, although not the top of the last hits, but fairly close.
Same as you, Tidehunter.
Yeah, I mean, the big hero of this game is the OD. Obviously, once he gets the, what's it called now, Heavenly Grace, he's going to be an unstoppable hero. Can't really be disabled by the Radiant lineup as well.
It's actually pretty ridiculous.
Yeah, and it can't be dispelled either, so you don't really care too much about the Brewmaster. Rotation mid lane here. Wind Ranger. Interesting rotation. If you shackle him, though, he's going to be dead.
I think that's what MSS is hoping here.
Yeah.
Maybe they can set it up, yeah.
I just shackle the catapult with good timing, and he's going to get it for free. Ah, a bit too early.
Oh, just a little bit too early. He's
I
going to
would've
just
gotten
tank it. There it is. They just go and they drop the hammer.
Yeah. Needed to expend the ult, but, you know, it's all right. Mistakes happen like that.
Radiant's middle
Not to me,
tower
though.
is under attack.
So humble.
But yeah, like you see this Brewmaster, he has like no business top lane. He can't really farm creeps anymore at all. Almost getting doubled by the Lifestealer now. And if that happens in the pure 1v1 matchup and you're losing your tri lane and you're losing your mid lane, you're in a bit of a pickle.
Putting it mildly.
Ah, it's so sad. It hurts so much, this Omni Knight heal.
I mean, it feels great if you're Newbee right now. I mean,
It does,
snaking.
yeah.
He's got to be feeling pretty happy shutting down Hector.
That's why I hate Juggernaut. He's just so average.
Yeah.
Like, what do you do in this position
He's
now?
very vanilla.
If you don't win your lane as Juggernaut, you feel useless. Like, right now, he's going to jungle with a level 4 Juggernaut.
What would you have preferred to see them pick up? Because they had a lot of bans on there.
When did they pick Jug again? Last pick, after the last pick, right?
Nah, yeah, last pick. Yeah.
I don't remember the bans. But it's really hard to draft because they had the OD already. A lot of
Right.
carries get countered by OD. So Jug might have just been the safest choice. But I won't really know unless I see the bans again.
Why do you think they went and they picked up the Kunkka so early?
That is very puzzling to me as well. I don't think
Yeah.
they played as support, so it was pretty much just locked in mid lane.
Yeah.
And I'm not the biggest fan. Like, Kunkka needs a really good lane to have impact. But we'll see. He's still a Kunkka, no. Get an X mark, both. As they rotate.
They're doing a great job
Quite
of
some
shutting down
action
Hector. Pylai die.
X mark.
Yeah, I don't believe he gets away from this as they just nuke him down and get a final hit.
Yep, well done. Well, again, just a position 5 Titan. Not the biggest value kill, you know, but you get what you can.
This is kind of just Pylai die too, you know. This is one of those supports that gives us everything, doesn't usually have too much for items, will try to make space.
Yeah, he dies a lot usually, but it's not like bad deaths, you know. Like either like he dies putting in a really deep ward or catching a gank for your carry. He's always pretty good about being at the right spot. Ouch. There's half health gone.
And he's got healing wards still down for another 19 seconds or so. This is I don't think this is a great Hector hero. I've seen him do some really nice things with it, but Boat's going to come in over on the bottom lane. Can they take down Snaking? They should be able to, considering that they do have 3 heroes here. The Grace, it's not going to be enough to save him. Not today.
It was a Arcane Rune on the Kanka as well, so both.
Oh!
What?
Okay. Question mark?
The old Omni Slash couldn't be avoided.
Into the wind run?
I mean, all right, let's talk about it in a bit. We're seeing OD rotation top here.
A dominating performance.
Not much to see dominating on a lifesteal. Should have his Midas soon if you choose to go for it. Yep, 200 gold.
Yeah, why didn't you ever get a cool nickname like Dominating Dominic?
Dominating Dominic.
Yeah, that'd be pretty baller, right?
Yeah, it sounds more like a wrestling name or something like that.
Oh, that was a nice play there, the spin at the last second.
Yeah, he would have died from that. But yeah, the new interaction, or like rather the old interaction, was the Omni Slash couldn't be avoided by evasion. Maybe he didn't catch the memo on
I
that.
guess.
Yeah. But
Well, he got it now, that's for sure.
yeah, miss-hitting like 90% of your Omni feels bad.
Indeed. Or maybe he thought that it was about to go down. Maybe he wasn't paying attention.
Yeah, possible.
Mistakes happen, you know. This is the big time. This is the big stage.
I mean, Dota is just a game of a billion mistakes, so.
It's about learning from them at the end of the day.
Yep. Everyone makes them, even the best players in the world, so.
Even you?
Even me.
TP Rage out here from UR. Doesn't want anything to do with this.
Yep.
He's feeling a lot more comfortable this time for Newbee. This is the kind of game I'd rather see. I don't like seeing these really one-sided matchups. I'd rather see some really sick plays coming out. Schofield getting dove here by Snaking. Snaking, yeah, he's got the Spike Carapace up. It buys him a little bit more time. I don't think anyone's going to be TPing down to save him, though, as the Shackle does connect, and a big ol' heal bomb.
And what item is OD going for? Because you already have a Midas on the lifestealer. I don't want to see him go for a greedy item build.
I don't know. Can we take a look at the OD's items?
OD,
popped out?
please. Veil.
Okay.
Very nice.
All right.
Going for good old early game damage. Because once your lifesteal goes Midas, you don't want to go greedy on your OD as well.
Well, you say that, but I definitely see teams that go full-on Masquerade. Everybody's shiny with a Midas.
Yeah, I mean, if it's a good place to go for all these Midases, it is TI, because a lot of teams are afraid of losing.
That's true. Bit of a battle down here, Snaking. He might have been off a little bit more than he can chew. Heavenly Grace is thrown upon him, but he's got a lot of pandas on his tail, and Whisper will be able to collect himself a kill. Shackle does come through, but not in time to save.
Might be able to find another spin
Oh,
up here.
this could be really good for them. Again, they have the Elder Titan standing in the back line. Doesn't have that spirit up.
Impale timing.
They go in. Yep, perfect timing. Don't stand on the line, boys. That is, of course, a perfect way to get Shackle shot. In comes the boat. And they need one more little boop. There it is from Whisper. This boops him on the nose.
Yep, that was easy.
What are we looking at for net worth here? All right, so Lifestealer, as expected, 5.8k.
Kunkka actually ahead now.
3 on the Kunkka, though. Yeah.
After a rough laning phase, recovered nicely. Top of the net worth now. Going for Heaven's Halberd first. Understandable against OD.
That's pretty standard on, I think, Chris Luck's Kunkka, if I recall correctly. He likes to go for
I
that.
wouldn't like it if it wasn't against OD, but against OD it's like one of the harder counters.
Okay.
Because obviously you have the evasion and you just use the active on him. You can't hit for what, like 3.5 seconds, even 4 maybe.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
I'm a bit surprised that OD isn't more farmed. But I guess he was rotating, but he died twice, so it does make sense.
Yeah, they had a couple good ganks on him, too. Schofield has a haste. He wants. If you had a chat line, what would it be, do you think?
I don't know. I'm not very creative when it comes to that. So, what would yours be?
I don't know. I say actually a lot, and it really triggers people. So hopefully not that, but
I like the word actually. I say it a lot too.
okay. That makes me feel a little bit better.
It's just a very nice word to say.
It's hard though, like when you're casting team fights, to come up with like all these different like ways to transition and seg into different parts. So
I mean, actually is a nice word to say. I say it a lot too. Probably 100
great. Now
times a day.
everyone's gonna be listening to how many times we say actually, and they're gonna turn the drinking game out of it, and everyone's gonna be plastered. You have Black to thank for that, guys.
Well, everybody enjoys their booze. So
Yeah, actually.
you're welcome. They actually enjoy it, yeah?
All right. Well, we're watching Hector doing what Hector does best, farming up the middle lane, though. The Astra's going to come out. Is Pi looking to go for a stomp? He's going to rear up here. They'll manage to get the sleep onto Whisper to do a bit more damage, but again, you've got Stinger standing nearby. Going to be able to keep him safe and sound.
Yep. Heaven's Halberd completed has to be one of the fastest ever on Kanka, to be honest. I don't see many people building Halberd on Kanka that early. I think they should be looking to fight now, actually, because... Yeah, I said it. Because they have the Heaven's Halberd as well as the Bruce Split, and they shouldn't be able to really contest them. Because OD right now does nothing against his Heaven's Halberd. So please group up, Infamous. Put under pressure while you can. Lifesteal still farming away.
It's kind of like the tables have turned this time around, right? Because you know that the Lifestealer is going to want to be farming. Actually went for that armlet.
Yep, I like that a lot.
Oh, Schofield! Schofield!
Carapace, does he know it? You can Carapace.
Rest of the team is standing nearby.
Very smart.
Gar makes this rotation too. Nice stop. They find this kill. The shackle gets thrown out over here onto Stinger. Won't have to worry about that save. And that's a 5-man rotation to the bottom lane. How do you feel about that? Because you almost kind of want to see Lifestealer just farming, right?
Yeah, but he did go for the armlet, so he does want to participate in fights.
Okay.
But yeah, 5-man. They probably thought there was going to be a team fight happening because like everyone's rushing towards the Nyx, but as soon as the Oracle died, they all kind of dispersed. So.
They'll be able to go secure themselves the runes.
3
It just
for them.
it feels kind of a waste coming out from Newbee just because they don't have a tower to take down here. There was a 5-man rotation. I don't know. I feel like
Not the biggest fan either, but you know, sometimes it just...
sometimes it really do be like that.
Yeah, it just feels like, you know? Feels like the right move and they just do it. Not the most efficient way to play, of course, but that's alright. They didn't lose too much. Secured the area at least. Got a couple of deep wards down.
I was about to say, you know, they do have the wards down this way. They can play the bottom jungle for the Lifestealer.
Yeah.
A bit better. They'll go for the split, though.
Faking it at least.
Faking, yeah.
Yeah.
Just try to startle that Omni Knight. Sleep lands over on the side. Nyx Assassin takes a little nap, immediately dewarded.
Odie's going to take a big one
here
here.
comes the boat. Will land over on the side. The stun comes out. CCNC is trying to put out some more damage. They did actually go for the split now. As you can see in the back line, Wind Ranger's got someone shackled up, but the main focus of our attention right now is Stinger as he's trying to get over to that Invisor. Is he going to get in time? But they have Dust. They were smart. He's going to have to use his ultimate on himself. Guardian Angel's going to get used here as Hector tries to join into this fight, but he can't do anything against this negation here.
Yeah, this OD Omni Knight is like
Stinger?
OD
Stinger?
with the Heavenly Grace.
Run,
Yeah,
Stinger.
2 more hits.
Run.
One more.
Oh, he tried.
Yeah,
he tried.
Almost
So-
got him with a power shot here too.
Almost. Yeah, I just feel like this
Heavenly
Jug
Grace
is
on
very under.
Yeah, he does nothing. No damage.
Yeah, he doesn't do anything.
Yeah. Jug needs to be ahead in the game to really do a whole lot. And right now he's still trying to catch up. And this OD with the Omni Knight just has, what, like 2,000 health? The Heavenly's Grace is...
It's just he's always such a good partner to an OD.
Combo. Yeah.
Even when they used to have Repel too, you know, that's all OD really wants is a
Arguably
BKB.
even better with the old Repel, because we're actually immune to magic.
Yeah. Just casual Falling Blade dropped on the ground there.
Yeah. Going for what? Manta style.
Schofield. Schofield? Alright, goes, pops the spike Carapace. Of course, does not care with that rage. Takes a lot of damage from MSS Power Shot as Schofield, he's just... I don't know what he was thinking there.
Yeah, I mean, Hector was just like, alright, I'm out.
Yeah,
instantly.
I thought it was the smart call.
Yeah. Going to Brewmaster here. Slow him up a little bit. But of course, the Drunken Brawler. Way too much evasion at this point of the game. A lot of people don't know it can be dispelled.
Oh,
Blink Dagger.
that was a little close there. It had been a little bit more over to the side, that
Yeah.
Fog of War wouldn't have had.
What is Lifesteal going for? Is he going for the Radiance or just the Desolator build?
I don't know. That's Hector.
That's Hector.
That's
He's going
Hector.
for Manta style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's our Lifestealer at, Pop-Tart?
Yeah, Lifesteal. Radiance. still.
Radiance. All right, thank you.
I can accept it. I would like the Deso a bit more because they do lack physical damage. They have a lot of pure magic damage, but no physical damage.
Well, I mean, he can always circle back if he wants, right?
I guess just the acceleration item, although you already have the Midas, so.
He's already, and it feels like he's doing quite a bit in these fights, right? Especially, I kind of like the way that they set this up, right? Because you've got the Omni Knight and you've got the Lifestealer that can kind of be really in the front lines there, take up a lot of damage, also, you know, heal up. And then, of course, you just got CCNC who can just kick back and just wail away at people. And they don't really have a good way to get to him at this time. Yeah, you can kind of throw the Panda out, but...
Dire's middle tower
If you protect the OD, you're most likely going to win the team fight. And to have, as you said, the right tools to do that.
Need one more hit on this tower.
Nope. So annoying.
Shout out to...
Not winning the Arcana.
yeah, I'm definitely happy not to see her getting an Arcana. I'm Team Ogre all the way, baby. Cha-ching.
I can't say I'm either, but, you know, I'll take it. I'm surprised he didn't go a little bit more. Okay, now he does it.
Singer's going to have to use that False Promise on himself, heal himself up. Actually, he's going to TP back to well. Hopefully he doesn't pop.
Why
he's
didn't
fine, yeah?
He could have just Astral him as well. Like, CCNC played very, very fearful there.
Well, they don't really have any vision over that side of the triangle, so that could be why.
Yeah, but he did have the Omni Knight with him, of course.
True. A little bit of aggression coming out here. Oh, what a
Double
nice
shackle.
shackle coming out from MSS. They're going to try to just push down here. Schofield, Force Staff out. And Whisper goes for the split, and it looks like they're just going to use it to run away. They don't really want to take this fight. They don't really need to.
They just have no damage.
That's a huge problem.
Yeah, like they have two tanky heroes, and then Omni just makes a third hero really tanky. And of course, they still have the Omni Knight ult as well, which if you're not really quick with the Brewmaster, will just mitigate all the damage that you deal. Because they actually have no magic damage other than Kunkka both.
That makes that Omni Knight even more value.
Yep. Which is also surprising because they picked the first phase.
A little head scratching on this this particular draft this time around.
Yeah. Of course, not over yet. If Jack reaches late game with items, he can potentially be a damage machine. Just getting there is a bit difficult. Radiant should be up soon on the lifesteal as well, I think.
So what do we want to see? Is Infamous, do they just need to stall out this entire time and hope that Newbee doesn't get very aggressive on them, or?
I think the roles are reversed now. Newbee has the late game, so they can kind of just relax and farm up, whereas Infamous needs to make something happen. They're not on a timer like they were last game, because obviously Empower carries are just like way too fast, but they need to make something happen soonish. Like before minute 30, I would like them to get aggro. Once this OD finishes Hex and BKB, it's going to be insanely hard for them to teamfight. Finish Mjolnir. Okay, okay. Now there's some damage.
We're starting. We're getting there.
Yep.
Now net worth 11K over on the Lifestealer, neck and neck with the Jug. So it's interesting, though, to see how much difference that the farm can make on certain heroes, though, right?
Yeah, Lifesteal is way scarier than Jug right now.
Right. With the Radiance finished up, Straighten's Armlet looks like Assault Cuirass is the next item of choice.
Yeah, just mitigate the physical damage even more because it's where most of the damage comes from.
And again, he can just stand in the front line, so you just have CCNC throwing out those hits.
Yeah. I would have liked to see a Radiance on the Kunkka, simply because the OD is opting to not go for BKB. Just give him the extra miss chance on top of the Heaven's Halberd. But of course, BKB is also always a safe choice. It just doesn't really make you scale as much. And when you're already on a soft timer, not building scaling items is a bit of a problem.
Oh jeez. Schofield walks right underneath that Sentry Ward.
Yeah, 5 hits is all it takes.
Yeah. Did you guys ever have those ads? I don't even know. Did you have the candy Tootsie Roll Pops?
I wish I could answer that, but everything that's in Germany is always dubbed. So we have like our own unique, crazy name for it.
Okay.
Like Fruity Loops or not Fruity Loops. What were they called again? I forgot, it was such a long time ago. But yeah, like we just dub everything.
Okay. Because we used to have these lollipops called Tootsie Roll Pops. So the outside is just a regular lollipop, but the inside has like a chewy, chocolatey kind of filling.
Oh, so...
And there used to be this commercial with an owl So like this little kid would be like, hey mister, do you know how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop? Hold that thought as CCNC is going to get thrown up here. Are they going to go for this? Are they going to back off?
Backing off.
I don't know. It feels like a false back. I think they want this tower. There's not many hits left on it.
Not backing off.
But yeah, this kid would turn to the owl and say, do you know how many licks it takes to get to center Tootsie Roll Pop? And the owl would take it and take off the wrapper, and he'd lick it and go 1, 2, 3, and then just crunch down on it and give him back like a stick. He's like 3. And the kid would be like really disgruntled, obviously, because it's like, what the heck? Like this owl just like gypped me out of my Tootsie Roll Pop. So when you said that it only takes 5 hits, I was like, oh, just like 3 licks to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop.
I'm also definitely like that kind of guy that doesn't lick.
You just crunch your lollipops?
I'm
Oh my gosh, how are your teeth still there?
I'm a cruncher. I do it with ice cream too.
Oh God.
I just eat it. I chew it.
Oh no.
I don't know why either. Actually, a lot of people can't take it. It's like too cold for the teeth.
Yeah, I have sensitive teeth. I could not do that. That would be a disaster.
Can you chew on ice cubes?
No. Oh God, no.
Yeah. I conditioned myself a lot. And whenever I felt hungry back then, I would just chew on ice cubes.
Just in case the only thing that's left to eat is ice and you're that starving, you gotta crunch those ice cubes.
It actually makes you feel like you ate something,
Really?
Even though you didn't. It's just water.
I don't know.
In the end.
All right, well, clearly you've evolved to your next form while the rest of us are...
It's, a little midnight snack.
Yeah,
some
just
ice
go
cubes.
downstairs. I'm sure your wife is very confused to see you just crunching on ice cubes when she comes downstairs.
It's like, what's happening?
All right, so we're 8-11, 4K net worth lead going over to the side of Newbee.
Yeah. He's very indecisive what he actually wants to build.
Oh, CCNC, he wanted him so bad.
I think he didn't have the hex completed yet. But yeah, the Jack has the Manta recipe, was going back for an MKB straight. Very interesting. He doesn't want to complete the Manta, obviously. But
this is very scary, though, because with that sheep
health.
stick up and running,
yeah.
you just can't... exactly that! Oh my God, how does CCC get down here so fast? All right, Chris Luck.
It's a lot
Rips
of impact
Chris
up as
Luck
well.
away. All right.
Solar Crest is such a value item when you have OD on your team. It just empowers him so much. It's basically like a Bloodlust.
None of the side of Infamous can really be alone at this point now.
Nope. OD can solo kill pretty much the entire lineup.
The Blink and the Sheep Stick is just terrifying. And then if he adds a +1, you're definitely dead.
I mean, Jack has 1500 health. If he gets hit once, then Sanity's dead.
Because they wanted to go on Pi. They're like, oh man, this guy again. Let's get him. But when you have the Omni Knight nearby, you're probably feeling a little less confident.
Pi is very manly. Yep.
Nice guy, Pi.
He doesn't look that good, but he's very fierce.
He doesn't look that. What?
I mean, he looks manly, but he doesn't look fierce, but he's actually very fierce.
Whisper now is going to get held up over on the side. He gets a couple of those nice bashes off, but they're not going to be able to finish off.
Yeah. I mean, this is what we spoke about in the draft. Like, it just doesn't seem like, even though it's only 5k net worth, it feels like they're like, what, 15k behind them. Just avoiding every
They just can't
fight.
get anything done, it feels.
Yeah, they just have no damage. No proper disables. No way to actually start the fight on their terms.
And I feel like this is just a really good draft coming out from the side of Newbee.
Yeah, it is.
Because obviously you're here at the International. Everybody is super high skilled, but definitely just feels like they had a better grasp on what they wanted to do, and it was very much reactionary coming out from the side of Infamous this time around. You've even mentioned you like when Infamous has second pick, right?
First pick.
First pick, sorry.
Yeah. But it feels like both teams do, because Newbee last game with their last pick, it also was completely underwhelming.
That's
Did nothing.
true. That tricky last pick.
Yeah.
Here she.
Hexed.
Who's hexed? It's going to be Chris Luck. Going to be able to go, disarm the OD, but he'll throw himself into that Astral. Oh, look at the stomp, though. 4-man stomp coming out from Pi. Goes and drops the... Ordodan's not going to be able to find that kill, but they do take down Stinger. MSS finding that opening. Primal Spit's going to get used. They get a couple of these bounces. Oh, poor Pi. He eats all of that Omni Slash now as they use the Guardian Angel. Snake King trying to run himself away. These body blocks, though, coming out. I'm not even sure if they're intentional, but they drop the hammer, and they just obliterate Hector as they keep going, and it looks like the OD going to be able to survive another day. Schofield, he's trying to get out, not going to be able to do it. And they're not done yet. They can't find this kill on CCNC. MSS, he goes and just shackles him up, throws out a power shot, and I'm surprised he didn't taunt at the end with a little kiss.
Yeah. But we spoke about it, there's just no damage. OD was very low, they couldn't finish him off. And we saw it, the Juggernaut just died from one ult. It was actually full health. It just got obliterated by the OD.
It's going to be so frustrating to have, you know, one hero just so low and you cannot get to them.
Yeah. Because usually what happens then too is everybody kind of just gathers around and tries to kill him, and he somehow blinks out, and you're like, all right, I guess we're screwed.
Yep.
Surprised they're giving the Aegis to the lifestealer, not the OD.
I feel like the OD's positioning generally will make it so it's not really as terrifying for him, I guess,
Yeah,
because they don't have split up for quite a while. That's kind of like their big.
And lifestealer's a siege, of course.
Yeah.
So he's going to be in more danger. I just like to go ham on OD, you know. Blink to the tier 4s, and when you have Aegis, you obviously feel more confident in doing that. But of course, they're here to win TI, not to kill people. Or heroes, rather.
I hope they're not here to kill people. Yikes. All right.
What would you do to win a TI? Episode 1.
That's gonna get. That sounds like a Dark Mirror episode right there. How far would you go to ensure
Yeah.
that dead Yangska is becoming like a real thing soon?
Would you do this to win a TI?
It starts off really innocent, like, you know, would you throw a pub, and then just gets darker and darker. That Hex and the Blink, man. They didn't even need the rest of the squad there.
They did not.
To see Whispers TPing out, says absolutely not, don't want to be here. Hector also decides, yeah, this is a very bad situation. And Schofield just runs around in circles,
His
hoping
ult's
that they don't
almost
have
out
any
here.
sentries.
Yeah.
Ooh, there's a courier.
Nope.
Nope.
Old ran out, shackled.
I believe that's going to be a dead Schofield, maybe a dead Pie too. Dead Pie, dead Schofield, and they managed to get the splitter off here.
Very good direction as well. To his own creep wave.
Yep.
Of course, you know, just trying to get it out somehow.
You know you're going to die, use your spells, right?
Yeah.
Low cooldown.
Well, not always. Depends on what spells. Don't use Ravage. I hate when they do that.
Just Panic Ravage, yeah. Oh, Hector. Well, where was the sheep stick on that, though? Oops. Oh, my God. Well, he was there.
And
Whisper now going to have to run himself out, and they'll go chase down one little piggy, and they get the panda, too. CCNC jumps forward, and they're just going to slowly and sadly, for Whisper, chip him down. I don't believe he gets out of this.
I guess.
Nope.
Goodness gracious.
I'm pretty sure Jack would die even from full health from one OD ult. Like, that it was half health was already, you know, it's not needed. CCNC feeling real strong right now.
Oh, yeah, for sure. This guy is a one-man army. This one, I'm thinking we're going to get a game 3.
Yeah.
And I'm all for it.
Let's see if first pick will win again. Because certainly looks like both these teams are much more comfortable in first pick.
It'd be interesting to see, actually, who has the first pick. Daedalus does get picked up on Kunkka, but they are just shredding through the towers here on the side of Newbee. They get the courier, though, Schofield. That's pretty big. Oh, but they're going to lose Schofield.
There was a Lincolns of OD. It actually might make a difference. So
I don't know. I feel like OD's doing pretty well, even without the Lincolns.
yeah.
I don't think they have a good solution to him right now.
No, they don't. The Heavenly Grace on him just buffs him up to like 3.3k health or something. It's ridiculous. He's tankier than the lifestealer.
This has been like such a fun TI to watch because there's so many different heroes that are coming up, right? We're not seeing the same exact ones every single game, it feels.
Yeah. I mean, heroes, just different teams going off as well.
Yeah.
Like, there were so many upsets this TI, which just showcases that the skill gap is closing more and more. It really just comes down to strategy and execution.
I love it.
We all do. Well, except the top tier teams, because
Yeah, probably
obviously
not.
the gap
But
closed.
you never know, though. You know, more exciting games. I feel like when you're an athlete, right? You
More
get to a
adrenaline.
certain reach. Yeah, you get to a certain point, and if it's just all easy, you're like, man, what's my next step then?
You want a challenge. I agree.
Exactly.
I agree.
Exactly. That was. Did you just notice how fast that pet just like scurried across the screen? That's a fast little armadillo.
I've never actually seen one in real life.
An armadillo?
Yeah.
Oh, they're actually pretty cute.
Yeah, they are. I've seen pictures, but I've never actually seen one. How are they like? Are they friendly?
I don't know.
You haven't seen
They're
one
not
yet?
very like emotive creatures, I guess.
I like hedgehogs. They're cute.
Hedgehogs are pretty good.
Yeah.
I enjoy a hedgehog. They're kind of boring, though. I had a friend that had that as a pet.
I think turtles are boring.
Well,
Unstoppable.
there goes Schofield.
He probably thinks this game is boring too.
Yeah, right?
Running around dying.
Oh, Stinger. Can he get out in time?
Astral.
Oh, the Astral. A little bit of miscommunication there, but, you know, going to be able to get a nice kill. Does have buyback. And Hector's just going to be able to get out.
No bash. That was so unlucky. He hit him so many times.
This just feels like it's turning into a pub.
Yeah.
Boat's going to get thrown out here, trying to just get a little bit of a buff, keep himself alive. BKB comes out from Chris Luck. I'm not sure about this, boys. I think you want to go. I think it's go time.
Do not Omni-slash him. Okay.
Yeah. Get out of there, Hector. Oh, the Blink Forward coming out from MSS.
Very speedy boy, though. Double torrent as well.
They're still going. They're trying. Shackle does not latch.
If that latched, I would have quit this cast.
You would. Black just gets up, just puts down, says like, nope, bye, see ya.
It's ridiculous sometimes how it latches.
Yeah, that's why I'm glad she didn't win the Arcana, because I don't want to deal with that in my pubs.
Yeah. I really don't know how it happens.
All right, what's the play for Infamous? Because clearly
I mean,
they need something to happen here if
you're
they
in
want to
this
get back in.
position, maybe you catch them off guard when they do Roshan, something like that. A huge impale, a huge torrent, something like that to set up a good fight.
But you have to use the word huge for each one of these things, which means that it's very tricky.
Yes, very tricky. At this point,
Dire are scanning for enemies.
I actually wonder what Gabe thinks about the win percentage. Probably like 10%, if even. 5%.
Wow.
Yeah. Just about what I would think too. It's not 0, but
They really
very
would have to screw up on Newbee
Yes.
to throw this one away, I feel.
Yes.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Didn't turn off the radiance while being smoked. Amateur.
Clearly, they've just thrown the game. That is the 5% that they needed
Yep.
to get back in. All right. You are scouting, looking. Not going to find anything just yet.
Midas off cooldown for 10 seconds already.
Oh, God.
13. Okay, used it. Very good. I think Hector's Midas efficiency when he buys one is like 99% or something, or like 98, something like that.
That's what you hope to see. BKB does get picked up on the through. They're going to jump right after Schofield.
Yeah.
I don't know how they defend this. Look at the damage that they're doing.
Are they going to hold for a bit because they keep mana burning?
Oh, the shackle.
Odie's TPing out though.
There's a splitter. It gets dropped. They do have a, they have something going on over here. Yeah, Hector was trying to do some split pushing, but...
I think if he just canceled his TP and went on that Brewmaster, it could have blown him up very easily.
We're going to try to chase after him here.
Yeah.
Rage gets popped by you are. Just grabs up that illusion rune.
No problemo.
13k net worth lead at 36 minutes now.
Yeah, and Odie's just getting bigger and bigger.
Odie is like the terror that like they tell ghost stories about around a campfire at this rate. You know, the boogeyman hiding in the trees.
Yeah, I mean, late game Odie is probably the scariest hero in Dota. Scarier than Spectre even, I think, personally. He just deals way too much damage.
No, I mean, you can negate it with the BKB. But
yes, with a BKB. But if you get
if you're in
hexed
late
and
game,
die during the
that's
hex
true.
already,
Yeah.
like this Juggernaut has, like, he won't stay alive, ever. He dies like from 3 hits, plus 1 ult.
Yeah, I think this...
And you can't itemize really against you. You need like...
Oh, the jump in. They've got the Hex off over on the Nyx Assassin. He was a little porcupine there for a second.
Yeah.
They'll turn around, pop the Lincolns on CC&C. They do not have Hector here.
They need to get Axe on the Nyx Assassin.
That would be good. That'd be able to keep
To
them
be
off a
able
little
to
bit
mana
longer.
burn the OD.
How is he supposed to get farmed, though, Black?
He has a gold talent, you know. Just wait another 40 minutes. He'll get there.
Ooh.
I'm
Yeah.
You can't split push anymore if you're Hector now, because Wind Ranger has a level 20 talent where you're invisible with Wind Run, obviously, so just shackle you.
It feels like they're just slowly bleeding out now.
Yeah. Come on, MSS, skill it. Don't make me look stupid. Skill the talent. I think he hates me.
He clearly does. He's clearly in the past thinking, man, you know what would trigger Black so hard?
If I don't
didn't
skill
anything.
He's level 21 already. Sir?
Yeah.
He's like,
It's like Black's the worst. This is going to really trigger him.
screw you, man.
Yeah. All right, here we go.
Ah, you got it.
Newbee. There we go.
I knew it.
Just making you sweat a little. All right, how do you kill this Lifestealer? Because I don't know.
You don't.
Okay.
You kill the rest around him, and
How do you kill CC&C?
you also don't. You kill the rest around him.
Oh, the Hex gets used again as they chase after Chris Luck. Do manage to go and pop that Lincoln's BKB comes out. X gets thrown, but where's your damage?
Yeah. They've had damage used the entire game already. And yeah. Certainly without Jug, you don't have it.
Whispers getting tailed by MSS. We'll get that shackle off, doing a decent amount of damage here. Needs that OD. CC&C is coming forward. Does
Stop
have a blink
hitting
on both of them. There's going to be a nice shackle as well as the Hex. And there's no Whisper for 73 seconds unless he'd like to buy back.
He will have to, otherwise there's mega creeps. Last chance to fight.
That's
Maybe
life.
with like a really good Omni Slash on a separated OD that's stunned, something like that.
It's just too many puzzle pieces that you got to fit together though at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
Scary.
it just doesn't happen. Like maybe one out of a, I don't know,
I mean,
million
I'd
times.
love to see it happen. That'd be pretty sick, but. All right, so they're going to do some damage onto UR. Again, he does have the Aegis. He's got the rest of his team behind him. They want to go for Megas here. They don't have Hector. Again, Hector, he's trying to split push because they can at least see all of them here. Buyback coming out from Whisper as the leap forward from CC&C. Going to go for a really nice Impale land on 3 different heroes as they go right back in. There's the Hex. They drop the hammer. Whisper, he's trying to fight himself through here. Does have that BKB. CC&C pushing himself back. We get the buybacks coming out from the Nyx Assassin as well. There's going to be the split over on the side, but the Guardian Angel buys him a little bit more time, keeps him alive a little bit longer. CC&C moving his way back here. Will tank up some of that Omni Slash. Eats the cheese, though. Absolutely fine. Schofield, he's really out in front of everybody here, but they do have vision on him with that gem. They'll take him down. They'll turn back around. Again, Chris Luck has that BKB. They get the shackle off on Hector. Hector's down for 88 seconds. 46 down. The GG gets called. We're going to a game number 3.
Yeah, and not much to say about this game. It was really just the draft for me. I don't think one team necessarily played much better than the other. Just like in game 1, it just felt like a draft issue. Because I think both the teams, skill-wise, are on very even footing.